Ethan Carter clenched his fists, trying to steady his breath. He had been waiting for this moment his entire life. At just 20 years old, he was a young entrepreneur determined to make a name for himself in the tech world. But getting things off the ground was proving to be much harder than he had expected. Now, he was attending the Future Innovators Summit, one of the biggest tech events in the world. But what made tonight different from all the others? Elon Musk was hosting a live Q&A session. Standing in the middle of the packed crowd, Ethan had only one thought running through his mind. I have to ask him a question. This was his one shot to stand out and get noticed. But if he asked a generic question like everyone else, he'd be forgotten in an instant. What should I ask? He wondered, his mind racing. Just then, the announcer's voice boomed through the speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Elon Musk. The room erupted in applause. Elon Musk walked onto the stage, looking as confident and relaxed as ever. Before saying a word, he scanned the crowd, his sharp gaze taking everything in. This is my chance, Ethan thought, his heartbeat quickening. But he couldn't just ask anything. His question had to be unique, something that would grab Elon's attention and maybe even make him think. And then, as Elon spoke, inspiration struck. The future belongs to those who think big. Ethan realized he had to think big. But how? And in that moment, an idea hit him. Ethan's heart was pounding so hard it felt like it might burst out of his chest. As Elon Musk scanned the room, he shot his hand up. The moderator had started selecting people for questions. A few attendees went first, asking the usual things. When will SpaceX complete its Mars mission? What's next for Tesla? What are your thoughts on AI? Elon answered each question in his signature style. Quick, witty, and full of insight. But Ethan knew he had to do something different. This was his one shot. Just as he was starting to lose hope, the moderator pointed at him. Next question. Yes, the young man over there. What's your name? Ethan shot up to his feet, forcing himself to steady his voice. Hi, Mr. Musk. My name is Ethan Carter. I'm 20 years old, and I'm working on starting my own company. But here's what I really want to ask you. The entire room went silent. Ethan took a deep breath and asked the boldest question he could think of. If you lost everything today, your money, connections, and companies, and had to start from zero, what would you do? For a moment, the room was completely still. Elon Musk, for the first time that evening, didn't respond right away. Ethan could feel the weight of everyone's gaze on him. This wasn't a simple question. Elon tilted his head slightly, pausing. He was thinking. And finally, after a long moment, he spoke. That's an interesting question. And actually, it's more important than you might think. Ethan's stomach flipped. He had done it. He had caught Elon Musk's attention. The room was dead silent. Everyone was hanging on to Elon Musk's next words. Ethan's question wasn't ordinary. Asking Musk what he would do if he lost all his wealth, connections, and companies took guts. Elon picked up the microphone, locked eyes with Ethan, and smirked slightly. Good question, he said, because losing everything isn't as bad as people think. A few murmurs rippled through the audience. Ethan held his breath, listening intently. Elon continued, If I lost everything today, do you know what I'd do first? Ethan shook his head. The anticipation in the room was electric. I'd start learning again. The crowd let out a collective gasp. No one expected that answer. Knowledge is more valuable than wealth, Elon explained. Money disappears, companies fail, investments go south. But what's in your mind? No one can take that away from you. If I lost everything, I'd go back, relearn everything I know, surround myself with smart people, and find even the smallest opportunities to build something new. Ethan blinked, processing what he had just heard. Musk wasn't afraid of losing everything. He was prepared to start from scratch at any moment. Then, Elon lifted his head, scanned the audience, and added, "And most importantly, I wouldn't be afraid to fail, because failure is the only real way to learn." The room erupted into applause, but Elon wasn't done yet. He took a step forward. Then, with a piercing gaze, he looked straight at Ethan and asked, "Now, let me ask you something, Ethan. If you had to start from zero, what would you do?" Ethan's heart was racing. He never expected Elon Musk to throw a question right back at him. "So, Ethan, if you had to start from zero, what would you do?" All eyes were on him. Ethan had no idea what to say. He was just a young entrepreneur trying to build something. But if he really lost everything, what would he do? He took a deep breath, gathered his thoughts, and finally spoke. "I guess I'd start learning again. I'd build new skills. And most importantly, I wouldn't let any opportunity slip by." Elon Musk smirked. "Good answer. But here's the real question. Why aren't you doing that right now?" Ethan froze. The room went silent. It seemed like such a simple question, but the weight of it hit him like a brick. Elon continued, "Most people wait for the right time to start something. They wait until they have more money, more experience, more connections. But the truth is, the most successful people never wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist." Ethan felt the words sinking in. Musk paced across the stage as he spoke. "When I started PayPal, when I bought Tesla, when I launched SpaceX, I was never fully ready. But if I had waited, none of those things would exist today." Ethan nodded slowly. He had spent so much time telling himself, "I need to learn more first. I need to prepare more. I need to wait until I'm ready." But maybe the best time to start was right now. Elon suddenly stopped and looked directly at Ethan. "I have a challenge for you. Do you have an idea?" Ethan's eyes widened. "Yes, but it's not fully ready yet." Elon grinned. "No one is ever fully ready, but that's not an excuse not to start." The room burst into applause. At that moment, Ethan realized something. He couldn't spend his whole life waiting. If he wanted to achieve something, he had to start now. Ethan was in shock. Elon Musk had just challenged him. But was he really ready? Musk took a step forward on stage, his expression serious. "Ethan, if you have an idea but haven't started yet, I'm giving you an opportunity." Ethan's breath caught in his throat. This was really happening. "I want you to develop a plan for your idea within the next 30 days, Musk continued. "Find resources, build a prototype, even if it's just the simplest version of your solution. And then, show it to me." The audience erupted into whispers. A billionaire entrepreneur was directly challenging a young aspiring innovator. Ethan swallowed hard. 30 days? He asked. Elon nodded. "The biggest barrier to success isn't time. It's not taking action. 30 days is enough to start something. If you truly want to do this, you need to begin now." Ethan's mind was racing. For months, he had been sitting on an idea, an AI-powered tool that could help small businesses analyze customer feedback. But he kept delaying it, thinking, "I'm not ready yet." And now, Elon Musk was personally giving him a chance. The entire crowd held their breath. Ethan hesitated for just a moment. Then, something lit up in his eyes. He lifted his head with determination. "All right," he said firmly, "I accept your challenge." The audience erupted into applause. Elon Musk gave a small, approving nod. Good. Show me what you've got in 30 days. If you can build something real, I might just have a bigger opportunity for you. Ethan knew, at that very moment, his life had just changed. Now, it was time to take action. And he only had 30 days. For Ethan, the last 30 days had been the most intense of his life. He barely slept. He never stopped. He worked non-stop. The moment he accepted Elon Musk's challenge, there was no turning back. He did everything he could to build his AI-powered customer analytics software. He wrote endless lines of code, taught himself marketing, met with local businesses to gather feedback, and most importantly, he took action instead of procrastinating. At first, he made plenty of mistakes, but he turned those mistakes into lessons because, as Elon Musk once said, success is the result of repeated failures until you finally win. And now, the big day had arrived. Facing Elon Musk again. Ethan had been invited back to the event to present his progress to Elon Musk. But this time, walking onto the stage felt different. He had an idea, and now that idea was no longer just a dream. It was a real product. Elon Musk spotted him and smirked. "Welcome back, Ethan. Are you ready?" Ethan took a deep breath and opened his laptop. "Mr. Musk, 30 days ago, you challenged me. And in that time, I built an AI platform that helps small businesses analyze customer feedback and increase their sales." Elon raised an eyebrow. "Interesting. Does it work?" Ethan smiled. "Would you like to test it?" Elon leaned in, ran a quick test on the platform, and nodded after a few seconds. "Nice work," he said. "The fact that you pulled this off in 30 days is impressive." Ethan's heart raced. "So, what happens now?" he asked. Elon leaned back slightly and replied, "This software has potential. If you're serious about scaling it, I can connect you with investors and offer mentorship. But the hard part starts now. Can you turn this into something big?" Without hesitation, Ethan answered, "Yes, and I'm not afraid to fail." Elon smiled. "Good, because without failure, there is no real success. Now, the real journey begins." At that moment, Ethan knew his life had changed forever. He had accepted Elon Musk's challenge, and now it was time to build his future. Blast off.
If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more inspiring stories.